Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If it is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, dang it, it's a crazy ass day. I still have a horn. Okay. Anyways, this is a crazy ass day. Okay, there we go. I do have workshops coming up. Go check it out. k33academy.com/store. If you'd like to learn how to work your energy, go check it out. k33academy.com/store. Also, today I'm going to be having a fundraiser event. My certified students are going to be doing expedites in order for us to start raising money. Money. Start raising money for the Soul Sanctuary. That is an eco village that we are trying to build on 35 acres of raw land. Yeah. Okay, my brain is just, it's been a crazy day. Not crazy in a bad way, but just crazy. Crazy good. Crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. All right. Okay. I asked what this reading is going to be about, and what I heard is weight is lifted and love is coming in hot. It's coming in hot. Okay. All right. Here goes. Here goes. I think I need to just take a deep breath, is what it is. I've been running on overdrive. I've been running on 12 cylinders. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I'm almost ready, guys. I'm almost ready. All right. Let me get some cards from here. There you go. Okay. Self-love could be. You know, self-love is a hot love. It is. Self-love is hot love. Okay. Put this back in the deck because we don't need none of that. All right. Let's get started. Here goes. All right. Okay. So there's some extra factors factoring in here. Okay. I'm seeing where this is going. So there's this passionate process that's occurring. Whatever this passionate process is, it's tapping into things that are needing to be remembered. I don't know if it's remembered from this life, from past life, but it's definitely something that's going to serve as the fuel for whatever passionate maneuvering is needing to take place. There's something that's going to be coming out. It's no longer a secret. There are things that are going to possibly be revealed. We shall see. So something happened during winter, just a few months back, that caused you to feel very disempowered. Whatever this is, it's the very impetus that's leading to you either discovering a secret or revealing one of your own, right? There are events that are bringing things and people together, right? Hand fasting union. There's a union that's going to be taking place, and whatever this union is, it's a byproduct of cycles that have gone upside down. These upside down cycles are emptying out the baggage. It is emptying out all of that toxicity that has really prevented you from being able to successfully um, allow what's rightfully yours to come in and support you. These are some very upside down cycles. It's almost like this has happened already 3 times in the past. 3 times, and this time is the final time, and it's actually going to stick this time. Weight is lifted and love is coming in hot. This is telling me that whatever this is, it's intense. It's very, very intense, and it's very, very necessary. Okay. This is going to lead to stability. It's going to lead to you stabilizing within your environment, within your life, within your process. You have to set the proper intentions, though. Okay. You and whoever else is involved in this, because again, this is hand fasting. It's more than one person that's involved. I mean, you're not going to tie your hands together. That's not that's not magical. Speaking of magical. I'm just saying. Okay. We were having a day earlier, my kids and I. It's been one hell of a day. We needed to be extra magical. I'm just saying. It's been an amazing day thus far. But you have to set the intentions. Whatever these intentions are, it has to be in alignment with what your soul is trying to bring forward for you. You don't have to worry about boundaries being disrespected or crossed, because look, the boundaries are intact, right? Intact boundaries are amazing. I feel like for whatever this is, um, it's definitely going to be something that it's not going to be really fast. It's going to be a process. And the process is making way. Um, it's making way for the important things to have their proper space, right? Fulfillment. Things are going to be fulfilled. They really, really are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's just things are going to be fulfilled. It's going to come to fruition. And this is potentially going to be a viscerally felt process. Potentially. Okay. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of uncertainty, not knowing how to proceed forward. You proceed forward by placing one foot in front of the other, decision after decision after decision. We are being a unicorn. Like. Put it to the side. We just put it to the side, right? So, okay, because of the uncertainty that is occurring, either within you or whoever is going to be part of this, the sacred journey is looking and feeling a little upside down. It's not necessarily upside down, it's the awareness of the upside down nature of the situation that's occurring, right? Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Sorry. La 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 dooby dooby doo doo. Ooh. No one else can make me feel the colors that you bring. Stay with me while we grow old, and we will spend each day in the springtime. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Sorry, guys, I have to take care of this really quick. And every time that we, ooh, more in love with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Dooby dooby doo doo. No one else can make me feel the colors that you bring. Ah, stay with me while we grow old, and we will spend each day in the springtime loving you. This should just totally be automated. It's easy 'cause you're beautiful. Ba-doo, 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 doo. Ooh. Okay, gratitude, having gratitude, right? Having a lot of gratitude about the things that are needing to happen for you, needing to be realized, actualized, and I don't know, it feels like so much potentiality is occurring. I had to respond to a potentiality just now. See, it's a beautiful thing. Love is coming in hot. And it's kind of like this thing of love in so many different forms, so many different layers and levels, right? I'm like, la la la. You got to move forward. Whether or not you know what this cosmic connection is about, you have to move forward with your self-worth intact, right? You have to allow yourself to be still in order to be able to see clearly what it is you're trying to do. Hi, Diana. Give my love to your baby boo. I adore her. I just adore her. Let me tell you, I adore her. I do. I really, really like. It was an amazing conversation. So, Mother Earth in reverse. This is going to go beyond just the human experience. That's something that we have to be aware of. This goes beyond the human experience. This goes straight into soul-based connections. This goes straight into soul-based connections. I'm just realizing that I am developing a very, very deep soul-based connection with someone right now. That's what I had to take care of. And it makes me feel all fuzzy. Celestial teacher, you're going to learn quite a bit during this period. You're going to learn about your sovereignty, about self respect, about boundaries. You're going to learn how to deeper love yourself, more deeply love yourself, how to more deeply accept who you are. And it feels like this is going to be done in a very gentle type of way. It's not going to be forced. There's going to be a flow to it. There's going to be a lot of just really, really, ooh, I hear impossible things. There's going to be a lot of really impossible things that are going to come to fruition with tremendous ease. Oh, shoot. This is good. I'm realizing some of the potentiality. This is really good. This is really, really, really good. You got to make sure, though, that you believe in the things that you need to believe in. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your ability to overcome, to rise above. You got to believe in your commitment to yourself and your growth. This is like, this is a very mirror type it's like this person is a divine mirror for you. I'm not necessarily talking about twins, right? It's not always about a twin. There are so many different types of people who mirror aspects of you, you know? So this is not necessarily a twin, and it's not necessarily romantic love. This feels like super duper profound. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I gotta text her. I gotta text. I gotta text this. I gotta text this. Okay. Anyways. Okay. So all right, here it goes. You have to follow your own rhythm. Whatever this is, if you follow your own rhythm, it's going to turn out so ridiculously beautiful. Like all the different potentialities that come together to create the most idyllic, dream-like circumstance, like something straight out of your dreams, it's all coming together. Like it is all coming together. You and whoever this other person is has such a profound resonance. And I think it's something that has maybe been slowly developing, right? Maybe it's something that you didn't really think that it was gonna progress. Not that it didn't have the potential, but that it's just like, it wasn't something where um fast friends or something like that. Um this is intense. This is intense. Okay. So, new birth guarded vigilantly. This is something that, yes, you do need to push forward with it, but it's not something that you can just be blind as you push forward. I don't know if that makes sense. It's definitely something that you need to do, right? You need to allow yourself to take the time, get to know what you're doing, um, get to know what your intentions are, and just really let yourself feel through the process, right? Feels like the intensity is growing, like rising up from the chest and collecting, pausing right at the throat. I feel it right here. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. Oh my god, girlfriend. What? What are those others? Is that wait? Oh my god, what is this? Stop it. Stop it. I'm sorry, guys. This is too good. This is too good. What? Shit. Okay, I gotta look later. I gotta look later. Oh my god, that looks really good. You guys, there's this thing that I'm trying to push through. I would like to take this moment and really just kind of come together and as I focus on trying to push this specific thing through for me. Ooh, 100% at 12, 21, 20, 20, 43. Yes. Sorry. Oh my god. The numbers 100, 12, 21, 20, 20, 43. Damn. The first steps equal 3 completed cycles with 2020 vision for the self and a solid foundation from which to grow, leading to another much more elevated cycle of completion. Peaches. I'm saying. And then 1221 leads to 3-3, master number 33. And then that turns into a 6, which is a number of receiving, allowing yourself to receive directly from divinity. We got to do this. Hold on. Hold on. If you would like to partake, put hashtag 33. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, hold on. Hold on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and amplify the potentiality. The amplified abundance potentiality is like whoa, whoa, whoa in my ears right now. Okay. Let's just calm down, girl. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Okay. Oh, my unicorn horn. Hold on. Breathe very deep and very slow. Again, if you'd like to receive some of this amplified abundance energy from your own field, put hashtag 33. I want you to say to yourself, I allow myself to receive the very thing that I want the most, the thing that's aligned and will amplify my happiness. right. How do you guys feel? Mm. Mm-mm-mm. It feels like there is a massive shift. Um, it's an internal shift that leads to an influx of energy. It's almost like the cover over the void is being removed. There's this void that exists inside you. And as the cover is removed, a vacuum type of flow is created. You're pulling into you all of the things that rightfully belong with you. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So maybe we can say it one more time. I allow myself to receive all the things that I want and are right for me. I allow myself to receive the things that will amplify my capacity for happiness, my willingness to grow, my personal peace. Further supporting my divine purpose. This is profound. They're no longer spirals of manifestation. It's a manifestation that's coming straight to you in a linear fashion. There are not going to be any like turns and roundabouts or any of that. It's coming straight to you. It is coming straight to you. It's being sped along at such a high rate of movement, at such a great velocity, that even things that are placed in your path to block your way, things that are parasitic in nature, that are trying to hinder the process, it's not going to be hindered. It's not going to be slowed down. It's definitely not going to be prevented. There's not going to be any swerving that's going to take place by your abundance as it tries to reach you. It's going to bulldoze through anything that's placed between you and the reception of this abundance. Like, uh, for those who will allow for this process, your life is about to completely turn around. All of the things that have just been this far off thought, this perceived fantasy, things that you thought would never happen, things you longed for and craved, but thought so deeply that you've never been enough and you'll never be enough. And so it's never going to happen for you. No, it's happening now. But you got to let it. The only thing that can block this is you. By you not believing in yourself, by you turning away. You've just been calibrated to face the direction this abundance is coming from. If you allow yourself to be swayed into a different direction, I mean, you can only pour into the cup from one opening. That's what Michael just said. You can only pour into the cup from one opening. You can tilt the cup. You can hold the cup to varying degrees of positioning, but you can only pour into the cup from one direction. from the top. This is coming from the top. This is an abundance and a series of events that's coming directly from that God source itself. I don't recommend dragging your feet. Visions of life beyond death in reverse. You're not going to need to have the capacity to have visions of your life beyond this ego death. And ego death is not required of you at this point. What's required is for you to no longer exist within those very macabre spaces, these very questionable spaces of thoughts, emotions, self-loathing, rejection. No. In order to support this, if you'd like to support this for your personal process, you would need to begin entering into mental spaces where you think and feel, I deserve this. I don't know what this is, but I can feel it. It's something that's a tangible sensation within my body, through my emotions, through thoughts that are still intangible to me right now. I can feel it, whatever this is, and I'm going to allow it to come closer and closer and closer until it's so close that I can hold on to it. So close that it becomes my reality. So this is an alignment that's going to take place in the world. It is a human alignment in the world, not of the world. As of right now, the fact that you're not of this world, despite being in this world, is irrelevant. You don't need to go through a process of accepting your elevations in divinity to be able to receive this. You just need to receive this. It is such a profound feeling of wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, if only you'd allow it. Card number 30, the perfection of your life. Usually what this card tells me is that you're around here trying to present yourself as being very stable, being very much okay, when in reality, behind you, not far away, there is this inferno that is growing and you're just trying to hide it, right? But today, this card takes on a very different feeling. It takes on a very different feeling. It's this sense of the fire is not some sort of catastrophe. It's not some sort of natural disaster. The fire are the footsteps that have been left behind by a phoenix who has refused to fly. And regardless of whether you've chosen to fly or walk, a phoenix is a phoenix is a phoenix, and her flame will always cleanse the impure. That's the impurity being cleansed, being used as the fuel for your rise. Your life is headed towards a perfection that I would say human definitions really could not successfully, succinctly define. It's hard to quantify this level of divinity, divine timing, divine details. It's profound. It's profound. Hold on. I need to look at this again. It's just, it's like so, I don't know. It just feels so perfect. It feels so appropriate. It feels like the space where you will have the peace that will bring your dreams into fruition. So pretty. So pretty. Card number 27, receiving. 2 is a number of guidance. 7 is a number of completion. You're being guided to a space of completion. To allow the guidance to complete the cycle is to return back to your divine space. 9. It's from that divinity, that 9, when inverted and brought into this human existence, it becomes the very vessel from which your dreams will be poured into. You are the vessel. 6 is a number of self. It's the number of the human experience being filled from the cup of God. That's profound. Card number 43, come to life, but it's in reverse. You need to allow what has rotten and corroded to finish itself off. It doesn't need your participation. When metal starts to rust, it doesn't need you to sit there and watch it continue to rust. It will continue to oxidize with or without your participation. It will continue to do what it does, which is corrode itself. Now is the time to recognize you have been alive this entire time. You have been capable, you have been doing, you have been achieving, whether you've been able to give yourself permission to recognize, acknowledge, give yourself credit, it's irrelevant. It's truly, truly irrelevant. And if you want yourself to get to a place where you can begin really accepting the goodness that is rightfully for you, you're already there. You're already there. You've been there. You've just been so busy looking out the window, thinking there's another place you need to be, that you can't be present enough exactly where you sit, at least long enough to be able to recognize you've already arrived. And it's not some complex process. It's not this thing where you need to create further complication for it to become profound. Sometimes the most simplest things cannot quite reach the level of profoundness that's necessary until it becomes complicated and a struggle, right? I'm talking about trauma-induced accretion. This is something that doesn't require trauma-induced accretion. This is something that requires you to simply allow yourself to acquire, right? All right. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've known quite a few Aries in my lifetime. And there's something about Aries where, and they don't always make the decision. So, but once an Aries makes a decision to acquire something, they're not going to stop until they do it. And it's not even about greed. It's about drive. It's about passion. It's about being your own regulator and allowing the valve to be left wide open in order to fully harness the strength of that steam, that fire. It's a very purpose-driven type of task. Now, it's not always a good thing. But see, you can choose to make it a good thing. You can choose to embody that type of Aries energy, Aries passion and drive, and harness it for something that's for your betterment. It's okay for you to make it a goal to better yourself and not have it benefit anyone else. We got to stop with that martyr mindset. Martyr mindsets are what keep you confined in a miserable existence, right? Do not allow yourself to remain confined in a martyr mindset, because I'm telling you, that type of confinement, that type of misery is enough to block everything that is worth your while, that is worthy of your happiness. Use your passion to manifest the circumstance, the opportunities, and all of that that are just perfect for you, right? All right. Here goes. Card number 13, Aries. What the hell? I got booted. Aries, I am. I guess I'm just a natural warrior. The Aries card says it's okay to push now, just don't push too hard or push without purpose. Let's see. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and the energy of this card is that of a dynamic trailblazer. Aries is a fire of creation. This means Arians can be highly creative. Since they are impatient, they are also blunt and to the point. They make no effort to pretend to be something other than what they are, which in their eyes is number one. It's okay for you to be number one in your journey. Let's wrap our mind around that. It is okay for you to be number one in your journey. You should be your priority. Your stability, your well being, those should be your priority. Let's see. So, this is not about playing games. Um, it's about matters being made to move fast. Um, this is about you needing to protect and defend what is sacred to you. Okay. Aries people are highly ambitious and want to accomplish things quickly in a no nonsense way. Competition is what Aries is all about. Many feel the need to compete when the other party doesn't even care to. So make it where if you have a competitive nature, compete against your trauma. Don't allow your trauma to win. Don't allow your trauma, your insecurities, trauma responses to be the very thing that trumps you in your effort to move past the trauma. So let's see. When this card turns up, expect things to move fast, for there's no time to take it step by step. It will be a mad jump. It may be a time of testing your will. You will work best in situations where you make your own decisions rather than acting as an underling. So now is the time for you to step into a space of consciously creating, intentionally creating with no permission from anyone else, not seeking permission, not seeking confirmation, not seeking validation, not seeking support, but just do it. Do it. Just do it. If you can find the courage to just do it, I promise you, you're going to completely change your life. To just do what your soul is guiding you to, not just do some cockamaniac idea. Just because it pops in your head does not mean it's soul guidance. You have to learn to discern the voice of soul versus the voice of a mimic. Be responsible and disciplined in all of your actions. See what I'm saying? You will want to get things started and forge ahead. Do not buckle under the dramas or trivialities of others. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the interference. The attempts to interfere are what is going to cause you to fuel whatever is halting you rather than fueling your continuation, fueling your rise. Don't let the distractions successfully distract you. This card marks a period where you are forceful and headstrong. You can now forge a direction or path as you have the vision and energy to do so at this time. In love affairs, you will want to take the lead. You may attract spontaneous and enthusiastic lovers. Be ready to reach new plateaus. There may be the opportunity for more than one lover. Okay. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. I don't know if you're into that. Be advised to think beyond acting with aggression, especially in emotional dramas. I think it's best to disconnect from emotional upheaval that does not belong to you. I think this is the period where it's best to no. And then if you're someone who has a tendency to go to others when it's times of conflict and upheaval, be careful who you go to. I don't know who needs to hear this, but for whoever this is, the person that you go to whenever there's conflict, it actually makes them happy when you have conflict. And when they advise you, it further creates unhappiness and complicates your situation. You have someone dishonorable in your circle, someone who does not deserve to be there. You got to be careful with that. You got to be very careful with that, okay? In relationships, you or your partner will expect total freedom. However, avoid being quick-tempered, because when this card turns up, there's a need for caution. Be steady and measured rather than hot-blooded or impulsive. This marks a time where you need to be sensitive to the concerns of others, since you will want to move fast and strong without thinking things through. You may find yourself running into walls. You will not want to compromise right now, but you should do just that. Compromise with who, though? That's who you need to pay attention to. This is not to compromise with everyone. This is a need to compromise with those that are necessary to compromise with. I would never compromise with someone who's very terroristic in their behavior. My only response for people who demand like that is like, gather all your little crystals, put them in your pocket, in your purse, put them in your bra. I don't give a fuck. Grab all your crystals, go down the street, make a left and then a right, and get the fuck out of here. Okay. Okay. Yes. Gather all your little crystals, put them in your pocket, your purse, or your bra. I don't care. Walk down the street, make a left and then a right, and then fuck out of here. Because that bullshit should not be allowed to ride. Anyways, sometimes it's best to allow bygones to be bygones and let it go. Any fighting or conflicts will not serve you at this time. Those interferences that I was talking about, where something might try and just drain your manifestation energy, sometimes that's how they do it. In fact, it may poison the waters and make matters worse. See what I'm saying? Care must be taken to not be too foolish or rash. However, it's time to work for a cause and get things started. Just make sure you finish all you start. Okay? Don't play around. You got to really commit to whatever it is you're doing. All right. Saturn. Anyways, card number 6, Saturn truth. As she has planted, so does she harvest. Such is the field of karma. Okay, the Saturn card says that it may feel bad now, but it's going to be resolved. Okay, if you're going to let the Aries bullheadedness happen, then yeah, you're going to have an issue. Okay, so don't have an issue. Let's see. Saturn is the planet of the Reaper, the Lord of Karma, and this rainbow planet represents what is tangible and solid in our lives. Okay, Cronus. Cronus devoured his children to prevent losing his throne as king of the gods. Do not devour or destroy the seeds you are planting just because you are afraid that they will grow taller than your own tree. Do you want to be the lone tree that constantly gets depleted because everyone keeps harvesting from you? Or do you want to, at some point, grow an orchard where you will have more than enough for yourself and all the excess can be shared with others who are also in need? Okay. When the Saturn card presents itself, know that you're being challenged. It's time to make it or break it. Break it so you make it. Right? You know that saying, fake it till you make it? Yeah. How about be it till you are it? Why fake it? Why fake anything? There's no point in faking things. Don't fake things. Just be yourself unapologetically. Because when you're not apologetic, I don't know, for some people they'll see you as a badass. Right. Seriously, when you're not apologetic about being who you are, I don't know, for some reason, people just randomly start thinking like, "Oh my god, you're so badass." I'm telling you, this is what I've seen over and over and over. Just because I'm not apologetic for being who I am now, people are like, "Oh my god, Emmy's so badass." I don't think I'm badass. I think I'm just fed up. I am a fragile person, and people have been trying to touch me with their grubby fingers. I've had it. I will smack your hand with a wooden spoon, a slotted one, for less wind resistance. When you snap it at the wrist, it creates a thwack like no other. I love it. Anyways, this is a period in your life that emphasizes toughness and work. It's all about not giving up and following through. Saturn also deals with power and control. Mhm. On the more positive side, you may meet a fatherly type who will help you advance with your goals. So, I would say, but then my husband said I'm not allowed to say that anymore. And then my oldest son co signed what he said. I'm restricted from saying old man fetish. So I'm not going to say that anymore. Okay. But you're going to meet a fatherly type. Um, Ooh, Saturn can sometimes herald the appearance of a sage or a teacher. There will be no small thing and can indicate a mentor arriving just when you are in most need of one. Ah, I need to make that listing for the session where I give you intuitive business guidance. Right, can be. I mean, I don't know. I can't say old man fetish. And then here comes my oldest with like, Mom, you have to stop. You're going to be put on the wrong algorithm. It's like, you guys suck. Anyways, dealing with the aged may be an issue now or in the near future. Okay. I better stop saying that. Ah. Oh my god. The gift of Saturn is keeping you on your path, helping you face parts of your life you may dread, but simply must fulfill. They are your contracts toward more solid achievements and a better life. So I have my husband in my phone as sugar daddy because I was a stay-at-home mom for the longest. Like, for the longest, I was a stay-at-home mom and he's the sole breadwinner. And so he is in my phone as sugar daddy. I remember one time I was doing a photo shoot. I was I got booked by someone who wanted me to help them develop their portfolio for an agency. and my husband called me, and at that time my phone was set to announce who's calling, so I know if I can ignore it or if I should pick it up. And suddenly the wardrobe stylist is like, "Oh my god, someone's sugar daddy is calling. Oh my god. Who has a sugar daddy?" And I was like, "Can I have my phone?" They're like, "Oh my god, you have a sugar daddy?" I was like, "Yeah, it's my husband." What? He's still my sugar daddy. Anyways, um circumstances may be harsh for a while, but believe your sacrifices to be worth it. It's a good time to be diligent and not rush anything. Whatever you're asking about is likely to take considerable time and not come about too quickly. So that's the thing, is that, I mean, even from the start of this reading, oh, there's one more card. Even from the start of this reading, I did not feel like this is something that's going to be ridiculously fast. I feel like this is something you're going to be building. You know what I mean? Just continuing to build. What? That was not any type of misrepresentation or mislabeling. He was my sugar daddy. What? He still is. So I've tasked him to find find and buy me um faceted faceted moldavite earrings. I don't know where he's gonna find that though. I'm just saying. He's gonna buy me new earrings with a screw back. I'm gonna implant it in my ear so Michael can't take it out of my ear anymore. Okay. Mercury, mind. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh. Otherwise, they'll kill you. Okay, Oscar Wilde. um, this card suggests you must put effort behind your talk. It's not enough to talk. You have to like actually do, you know? Okay. So, the god Mercury is the Roman counterpart of the Greek god Hermes. The messenger with wings at his heels and on his hat, connected to everything associated with the mind, quick wit, brevity, mental flights, trickery, inspiration, and also movement, as in moving ahead, and also transits. Okay. Anyways. Mercury and Hermes are related to the Egyptian god Thoth, god of writing, patron of scribes, those who work as divine mediators and interpreters, and also the biggest freaking troll of the entire pantheon. Thoth is a troll. The god Mercury and his counterparts also have very much to do with magic and medicine. All right. Mercury is also a comedian and can be a bit of a trickster. Just when the energy seems to be flowing one way, Mercury changes the direction because Mercury is a dick. Might we add, Mercury is spontaneous and insanely flexible. Are we in Mercury retrograde? Wait. Are we in Mercury retrograde? Bitch. We're in retrograde. Don't start anything now. Wait until May 15. Wait until May 15th before you start anything. If you start something during Mercury retrograde, that's a surefire way for it to be reversed. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. Okay. Here's a little life hack. You ready? I'm about to show you how to hack the hell out of your life. So, anything that you don't want to continue, initiate the shit out of it during Mercury retrograde. You want someone to leave you alone? Reach out to them. You want someone out of your life? Initiate a friendship. Just saying. I'm just saying. Right? Like, we all know that if an ex reaches out during Mercury retrograde, you're like, oh, hell no. This is an F boy or F girl. I am so good off of that. What if you were born with Mercury in retrograde? No idea. I am not an astro person. But that's one thing that I did learn when someone was trying to teach me astrology. They put so much effort into it too. Poor them. I learned that if it's something I don't want, I should absolutely initiate it during Mercury retrograde. I mean, I don't think they taught me that, but that's definitely what I learned. Because it won't last. It won't last. So that's when you start it. Don't initiate anything that you want longevity. Okay. What if you're trying to stop being lazy? Well, you look at the reason, the causation behind you avoiding. You're not lazy, you're avoiding something. You're avoiding. It's an avoidance issue. It's not a laziness issue, it's an avoidance issue. All right. Okay. Mercury is also a comedian and can be a bit of a trickster. I already read that. Okay, might we add Mercury is spontaneous and insanely flexible? Mercury is the wisdom and the stupidity found in intelligence when it's not connected to the heart or the feelings. Mercury maximizes the imagination, but can also symbolize the liar when it comes to double talk with mixed meanings. See what I'm saying? You got to be careful because there is someone in your environment that is a liar with mixed feelings. They don't really support you. They're an oxymoron. They're a frenemy. Excuse me. It's a planet of gaslighting, causing purposeful confusion in the minds of others to gain something not really deserved. So it's, when you go to someone and you confide in them, and you're noticing that whenever you confide in them, you get gaslit into a space of thinking you're the issue when you know for a fact you're not the issue. Because you can hold yourself accountable when you are the issue. You can be like, you know what? I caused that. That's my bad. But you need to stop going to that person. You need to stop going to that person because they're creating further issues for you. They're initiating havoc in your life. Okay. Ooh, Mercury tends to be chatty, superficial, and into playing games, psychological games, and other types of puzzles. Mercury governs friendly relationships and also the Freudian slip, where you say something that doesn't come out as intended, but actually reveals your real thoughts. Y'all are dealing with someone who is hearing this. You're probably going to share this with them, right? This video. And then they're going to be like, oh, you're going to be succeeding. Ew, I got to do something to stop it. How about you go douche yourself because this is stank coochie energy. Stop being a jealous hoe. Be happy for people. We'll celebrate when other people succeed. When you exist in a way that is just stink coochie energy like that, I mean, that's infectious. Ew. Ew. Someone has the etheric version of bacterial vaginosis. You need some like tea tree. No, that's too harsh. Liquid GSE. Put that in a squirt bottle. Squirt some stuff. Cleanse yourself. It's gross. It's gross. I'm not trying to shame people that have that. I'm talking about your behavior is gross. Okay. Anyways, it's not time to stay static or to sit still. Beware of gossip and other scandals. What you say in this situation can and will be used against you. Go ahead. Use it against me, that I'm advising you to cleanse yourself. Cleanse it. Cleanse it. Cleanse yourself. Okay. I'll give you some advice from Filipinas. So there's like this bowl that you can get that has a handle, right? Or you can just get any cup. Like this amount is more than enough to clean you really, really well. And what you do, you just fill that with tepid water. It could just be water so you don't affect your pH. Just get a little bit of gentle soap, like baby soap or something. Lather that up. Wet your hand, lather that up, and go to town. Cleanse yourself every single time you go potty. And that will really help you to stay nice and fresh and clean. And maybe you'll feel better about yourself to the degree that you're not trying to spread the stink. Seriously. That stink attitude sucks. I dislike people like that. And we have confirmation. Tackle your next project with this great offer. I just offered you a solution for your project. Get a little mini bucket. You know what works really well is if you go to like 7-Eleven and you get yourself a big gulp, that's just the perfect amount of fluid. Okay? You just wash yourself until all of that fluid is gone and you're good. Or hop in the shower and do it. When you feel clean, you start to act clean, right? You start to straighten out your behavior. When you feel yucky, your behavior tends to be very yucky. Somebody listening would stop, you're killing me. Oh, shit. It's just some. That's yeasty, yo. That's just hella yeasty, yo. It's fermented. I just. Okay. Stop. You're killing me. Okay, stop. Okay. It's time to use all of your mental faculties to get your point across. I think we just did that. I think we just got our point across between myself and Ocean. We got the point across. We can now move forward. It may mark a period where you either have to talk your way out of something or talk your way into something, whatever the reason or occurrence. How you communicate through writing or speaking is of utmost importance. Composition, writing, or editing may figure in. Beware of gossip and other scandals. The important thing to remember is that what you say in this situation can and will be used against you. You can expect to see fast developments regarding romance or relationships. It can mean that friendship is the best option for you now, right? So I put it back on when Anyaya started putting zingers on the screen, and I felt like this would impale it before it entered into my head. It's a safety block. It is a safety block, and we're just making sure that I stay on track. I stay on track. Okay. This is also a card of brothers and sisters as well as twins. Okay, let me just now marks a period which involves observation, reasoning, taking things apart and putting them back together as they were or in your own order. It's a time of flighty emotions and matters developing quickly. Okay. The matter in question is best served by using intellect, weighing the matter, being reasonable, and also being spontaneous in your responses. Codes and forms of magic may also figure in. See, my concern here is that someone is cross watching for you. and they're seeing all of this goodness that's approaching you, and they're going to try and just and they're going to try and really interfere. Okay, how about this? I'm going to be live. Hold on. Here it is. I'm going to be live later this afternoon, right? 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I have my students, my certified folks, they're going to be doing expedites for people who purchase expedites. If you purchase an expedite, everyone who purchases an expedite, I will add into your expedite for free a black magic shield, regardless of what expedite you get. How about that? I think a black magic armor for expedite is $111. It's a $111 expedite. I will toss that in for free for everyone who chooses to participate in the fundraiser tonight. You'll get a free black magic armor because, yeah, F these hoes trying to block your abundance. This is an amazing reading. This is an amazing energy. And for someone to try and block that, for someone to watch me, just so that they can figure out how to negate the goodness that's heading your way. How about I negate your efforts? You know how magical I feel today? You know how magical I feel right now, right here? See that? You see that? You can't knock me down. I'm not going to stay down. Final card. Here goes. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Here it goes. Okay, I'm told a second card. Okay. I got to get going. I'm told the second card as well. Card number 40. All right. And then card number 2. Okay. Here goes. Card number 40, blessings of all Hakim. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion, bewilderment is vision. The gift of wisdom, the blessing of all Hakim, gurgles up from your heart. Her blessing is evoked by life like the laughter of a babe, joyfully responding to the playful tickle of the mother's hand. Wisdom can make divine sense of anything, especially of that where logic is blinded. How I revere the blessing of all Hakim of wisdom, for she is precious and welcome to me now and always, the dear friend who brings me such peace. A blessing of divine wisdom of al Hakim is being ministered to your soul, watched over by Rumi himself. This is soul medicine. It is a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. As you receive this gift, this blessing, which happens at a soul level, your attitude to life becomes more curious, open, still, and receptive. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in your assurance that your daily application and effort is enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is soothed, and you are able to accept the unfathomable nature of divinity in its expression of life itself. You become comfortable with the reality that the price of being closer to the divine is the giving up of your need to always understand. So there's going to be a lot of things that you don't understand. And even though you don't understand, if you can allow the unfoldment to occur, the rewards, the outcome is just, it's hard to comprehend. From this place of increasing stillness, great activity will flow. You shall become capable of being the surrendered vessel to the guiding divine hand, and truly great contributions to the human soul evolving can occur through you. So much will simply emerge, erupt, pulsate, and emanate out of you, and yet you will feel within as though you are doing nothing at all, even while so much is happening through you. Such holy paradox shall become your daily experience. You may feel unexpectedly, perhaps, that in some ways your vision for your life and purpose, your divine passion, is clearer than ever before, and in other ways completely unknown to you. A discovery yet to be made. That is as it should be. Wisdom bestows upon us the same capacity to work with the opportunities that are right before us, to release situations and circumstances that have passed, and to allow the future to take its shape according to the ineffable timing of life itself. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. If you're uncertain about an issue in your life, be at peace. There is divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Follow the sacred honoring ritual and know that all is indeed well. Perhaps you are journeying very deep indeed, and your allegiance to your intellectual mind is softening in favor of allegiance to your heart knowing. You may find yourself craving different company with different interests and finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and nourishing to your essence. If this is the case, this oracle comes as confirmation to trust in the changes you feel within in any and all ways, no matter how insignificant or dramatic they may seem. Know that they are seedlings of a new way that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. It happens, oh, the acorn becomes the oak because that is its innate destiny. It happens without any active participation apart from a willingness to grow through life. So it's with this precious blooming now happening within your soul. To know less can bring the greatest gift and blessing of all, to be able to love and therefore live more freely. To know less opens you to the potentialities because you're no longer fixed on specific expectations. This oracle comes with special guidance to bring you peace. Look to the old ways, to the ancient wisdom teachings that run as one vein of life, giving love through all traditions. The wisdoms teach of cycles, of timing, of letting go to allow for new life to happen, and of the greater intelligence and scheme of life to which we must surrender if we are ever to know even a moment's peace. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around and through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness, and soul inspired action. There's a sacred flame that resides 2 inches below and behind your navel. When you run the energy through that fire, it's cleansed by the heart frequency. It's a very specific type of process. When that fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness and soul-inspired action, all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. You'll be able to go beyond the very limitations that you've believed in. So, final card number 2, passion for purpose. Love, like life, flows through the heart. Feel the thrill of the flow and say nothing. Do you yearn to find your way, to fulfill your divine destiny, to know the purpose for your presence within this sacred body of the Earth Mother? Your heart is questing for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred task for this lifetime. Your heart wants to know why you were born. For what purpose? You must know that the answer to these questions is love. I bring you your answer straight from the heart of the universe. Be wild within your passion. Do that which stirs your soul, even when it makes you uncomfortable, especially then. For what's being truly alive if not a decision to be open instead of resistant, to be wild rather than comfortable, so that at any moment we will be ready for the invitation of the divine beloved to come closer. I call to you now, the you that is beyond your mind, the you that is the heart, the you that the heart knows, the you that cannot deny life. To that you, I ask this question: what stirs the passions of your nature? Do that. Be that. As we grow on the spiritual path, so too does our ability to serve life, to serve love, to honor humanity, and to offer a contribution that is unique to us, that could only flow in this particular way through the quality of our own soul light. Every light holds its own beauty, and every light has a particular task to fulfill on the divine path of life. To help us remember this, lest we get too easily distracted by the pain and stress that happens in life, we were given an inbuilt reminder. That reminder is our passion. What did we say earlier? That Aries is a very passionate energy, right? We may think that passion is not particularly practical. We may feel fearful that with passion, there are no guarantees of success, or that we may even be throwing away a stable and secure life to pursue our passion. There are these are the fears of many a modern society, yet they are so misplaced. Life supports all beings based on their true nature. The birds are given air in which to fly, and fish are given water in which to swim. Plants are given light of the open plains or darkness of the damp rainforest, depending on their needs for growth. You're placed in the very environment that you need in order to facilitate your growth. Stop bemoaning the environment and start questioning why you are blocking your growth. Wherever you are occupying right now is where you are meant to be for now. If you don't allow yourself to be where you are, you'll have no idea where you're headed. Different flowers flourish in different environments. Bees have wings that are very small but powerful enough to move with such speed and rotation that their heavy bodies can fly. Each aspect of creation is given what it requires so it may become what is meant to be, for its unique destiny to be fulfilled. So each of us are being given the very thing we need, whether it is compliance, whether we need support, encouragement, nurturing, or conflict, adversarial people, toxic environments, tumultuous change, depressing circumstance. We are given everything we need when we need it the most to serve as the impetus for the changes that are necessary to get us to the next part. And if you are too busy complaining about the very process that's removing you from where you're currently the most miserable, I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately, you will successfully block your process and condemn yourself to remain in that space for much longer than you were intended to. Much longer. I remember years ago, there was this property that we were renting. It was the first time that we were back in a property, like a brick and mortar house. We were finally done living in the RV. And, it was an average home on the older side. And we were just very happy to stay in one place for a time. And then I ended up abruptly going back to California to help take care of my mom. And it was this thing of when we decided to return back to Colorado, because it was in Colorado. We had prepaid for like 6 months. I had told them, like, okay, we'll prepay. Don't worry. And what ended up happening was when we wanted to come back, the owner was like, "No, because we're gonna sell it." And I was like, but, no, don't sell it. We wanna come back." And it was stressful. It was stressful because I wanted to go back to that house. And the reason I wanted to go back to that house was because it symbolized something. It wasn't the house, it was the process that I was in. I wanted to return back to the process I was in of living a tangible stability, right? And I was really disappointed. But here's the thing, because that house was no longer available, we ended up needing to find a different place and we were going to bring my mom with us. And so we ended up renting this other house and it was supposed to be temporary, um, like 2 months to give us time and have her with us in Colorado where I could look for a longer term property. And oh my God, to date, of all the houses that I've lived in, I would say that house was my most favorite, the house that I settled for, because I couldn't return back to the place that I had already left. That place that I wanted to return back to, we had already moved all of our things out. We were paying for an empty house. I wanted to move back there, put all our things back. I mean, how does this apply to your journey? How many times have you left a situation, a relationship, moved all of your emotions and energy out of that space and tried to return back to it, put everything back into its proper place like it was before you left, only to realize in your absence it had become something different, only to later realize that the thing you really wanted the most was going to come after you allowed yourself to go through the process that felt like you were being taken from the thing you thought you wanted. So that house that I settled for, I fell in love with that house. I even asked the leasing company, "Will the owners sell this house to me?" And they're like, "Well, they just bought it." I don't care. And they're like, "Yeah, no, they're not going to sell it to you. They were just finishing off their time in another part of the state before they returned back. That's why they were only renting it for 2 months." And I was like, "Ew." But guess what? The house after that we ended up moving into long term, or longer term, that was a good house. I loved it. I loved it. That was the space that I occupied as I tried to piece myself back together. It was a good space. But no matter how good that space was, and we were going to buy it, I outgrew it because I wasn't the same person at the end of that healing that I was when we first moved in and I was needing to heal. You're always brought to the place you need to be when you need to be there. Always. And the upgrade is not always something that's bougier, more fancy. Because after we left that house, we went to a house half the size, but it was a farm. And nature was allowed to heal the rest of me, the parts of me that couldn't heal in a huge house in the middle of a city. You're always brought to where you need to be. Always. You're always brought into the circumstance, connections, environments, workspaces that are the most appropriate for where you're at within your healing journey. So rather than wasting your time, your energy, and your opportunity complaining about being given what you need just because you don't understand what you need, utilize it. Utilize it. Allow yourself to take the time that's being gifted to you to really fall in love with yourself. So, life supports all beings based on their nature. Each aspect of creation is given what it requires so it may become what it is meant to be for its unique destiny to be fulfilled. So it is with humanity. Each one of us has something in our hearts that means something to us. It's irrelevant whether it seems practical or a recipe for success or not. We are simply meant to be what we are, to serve life faithfully from a place of honoring the truth of our nature, that which we genuinely feel passionate about, and to allow for life to naturally support growth according to our genuine nature. Where we get into difficulty is not in bringing our genuine passions to life, for life supports this. Life supports your genuine passion. When you become passionate about something because you're copying someone and you're thinking you're going to be able to outdo them, that is not a passion. That is a convoluted competition. And life does not always support that. But when you do what you are passionate about, life has this magical way of not just supporting it, but causing you to thrive while doing it. We can struggle to free ourselves of the expectation we have to be something we are not. The divine path of love asks us to become conscious of and then unlearn the play acting of attempting to be a false self so that we may learn to simply love and accept our real self. We may even struggle on our hands to remember who our real self actually is for a time. And this is why someone is going to be a part of your journey. Hold up. I'll show you. I'll show you. Oh, maybe I won't. No, I'll show you. I'll show you. It's in here. Come, stop hiding. Here, look. It's you and another person jumping into the unknown. Ooh, crossing the threshold into the unknown, taking that leap of faith. Wow. Okay. 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 We must be brave, even in the sweetness of that journey back to the real self. We must dare to believe that we are not broken, that we are not inadequate or better off to be like some other person or some other person's view of how they think we should be. We must be brave enough to not believe in the layers of guilt and shame. We must be bold enough to not fear our passion as we dive deep within and explore really what makes us tick, what makes us feel alive. We must be open, curious, and non judgmental. That may be a subtle journey at first. We may feel as though we're looking into the dark, wondering if we will ever catch a glimpse of the light of passionate meaning we hope to find. That passionate purpose may at first be barely recognizable amongst all the should, cannot, or must do of our lives. As we stay true to the path, however, that light will become unmistakably clear. Our passion will reveal itself to us as essential as our breath. We would feel as though we were not alive without it. How could we have missed it all those years, perhaps all those lifetimes? It will seem so obvious then, burning so clear in our hearts, that it cannot be more obvious that we simply must live this desire, this passion, this purpose, or else spiritually perish into a shriveled up shell of a person, denying of life itself. No, that shall not be. Passion must and shall prevail. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You're being initiated more deeply into your life purpose. Your passion will reveal itself to you with more depth, nuance, and beauty than ever before. If parts of your life are dissembling or do not seem to be working out as you had planned, these are symptoms of this passionate revelation. The window is closing. I wanted to make sure you got this. We would hate if you missed out on this opportunity. So it's important to know. I just got an email. Totally spam, of course. But I mean, for that to come in, I'm saying. Your passion will reveal itself to you with more depth, nuance, and beauty than ever before. If parts of your life are dissembling or do not seem to be working out as you had planned, these are symptoms of this passionate revelation. Be curious and open to what presents itself in the wake of the falling away. Be ready for the journey within now. You're strong enough to leave behind the need for external validation while you learn to validate yourself. Remember what I said earlier on. What you're going to do, the way you're going to bring this huge thing in, um, you're going to need to leave behind the need for externalized whatever it is, you know? You are strong enough to leave behind the need for external validation while you learn to validate yourself. In time, soon enough, in fact, you shall reveal your innermost beauty and be witnessed and received, acknowledged for your innate value, purpose, and divinity. But for now, sweet beloved, dive deep, be defiant, be determined to honor your heart so your deep passion may be witnessed by you and eventually, naturally, make its way into sacred expression in the world. If you have recently discovered a new talent or purpose, or have been dreaming some big dreams, this oracle comes to you with guidance and confirmation. You are excited. Follow that excitement. Let it lead you into your own heart truth and onto an ever more passionate path of purposeful living. That which you are working for is about to come to fruition. It's about to come to fruition. Let it. Stop fighting it. Stop trying to convince yourself you don't deserve the very thing that was created specifically for you. It's nonsensical to do that. So stop. Instead, leave your hand open and allow creation to be the very thing that really decides and then delivers what it deems most appropriate for you. I hope you guys choose to come and join me. 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be coming live with my Academy members. These are people from cycles that have already successfully certified. They're going to be showing you their badassery. They're badass. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. We have some new people to introduce you to. These are going to be the leaders of ministries spread through the nation and across borders. Yep. We are working very, very intently and intensely to officially open an international church. Yep. We're already international virtually. I'm talking about actual church branches located in other nations. So I'll see you guys today, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bring your unicorn horn, bring your attitudes, bring your energy. I love it. And again, quick reminder, if you come and join and choose an expedite, here, I'll put the link up. For those who purchase an expedite, all of the funds raised this evening will go towards Soulwork Synergistics, our nonprofit, and our church. All of that goes directly to the nonprofit. And then I'm going to be adding in, regardless of what you order for expedites, Black Magic Armor, which I believe is $111 expedite. If you were to purchase that as a private session, that's a lot. Takes a lot of frequency generated to be able to create that for you. So you can get that for free as my thank you and my desire for you to succeed in whatever it is you're passionate about and being driven to do. Do it. Allow yourself to receive. Allow your life to love you in such a way that all your dreams come true and you don't need a vacation from the life that you live. You ever notice I never take a vacation? Because I don't need a break from my life. I love it. When you can find the courage to be who you are, you don't need a break from what you are. Get to that point and you'll feel so powerful. So powerful. Um, so oops. I'll be giving everyone who purchases an expedite black magic armor. And then my students will be working on you guys too. Yep. All right, guys. I'll see you later tonight. Have a good couple hours before we meet again. Catch me here. Bye, everyone.